Okay, hello everybody. Good to see you again. This is the first time I've recorded a video, I think, since the semester began. So, hey. It seems like a lot of people had trouble today with the homework, the MLA assignment. So I know I've worked with some of you via email. I know some of you were in that little discussion board. Some of you seem pretty lost, so I figured we should do it together. You need to know how to do this. You cannot pass this class. You will not succeed in 101 if you cannot make a proper works cited page. You have to know how to do this. If after this video you are still lost, please email me. You will lose points on your works cited page if you do not do it correctly for this last paper. You need to get a C- or above on this last paper to pass the test. I can't state it any more clearly than that. Make sure you do the works cited page correctly or you will fail the course, okay? Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go over the homework. We're gonna show you how to do it together. It should take us about 5-10 minutes, which is what I was hoping to do in the discussion boards. So you'll have it in front of you, you'll see how it works, okay? All right, so if we go to the page, I'm just gonna go down to the homework, which was this exercise. Okay, is that better? Okay, so we had these 5 sources. Okay, your job was to take these 5 sources that you potentially used for your paper and turn them into an MLA works cited page. Okay, now some of you, for whatever reason, just put it in a hanging indent and send it back to me. Okay, this is not MLA format. You need to put it in the correct style. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm opening a new document. First thing I'm going to do, anytime you begin a works cited page, is you type the words works cited at the top. If you have only one source, which you will for your paper, it's just going to be a works cited. Okay, but we have 5 sources, so it's going to be a works cited. You do not underline this. It is not bold. It is not anything different than you would normally do. Okay, then I'm going to go over here. Now the next thing I have to do is format this correctly. Okay, again, you will fail the course if you do not do this. Okay, so as soon as I've entered works cited, I have to go here and correct this because this drives me nuts and I'll fail you. Your works cited page should be double spaced. Okay, but then up here where it says special, okay, you have this option to go down and choose hanging. Okay, this is what you want to choose to get the correct format. Okay, special, hanging. Okay, now when you do this, you will be able to just type and it will put the hanging indent in for you. Okay, so we have 5 sources. I'm going to make these nice and big so you can see them on the screen. All right, a works cited page is always alphabetized. Okay, so the sources we have is Nedrow, McCarthy, so L-M-N, so M is going to come before N. Superheroes, that one's going to be last, S. Poe and David. Okay, so obviously David is going to come first. David is first in the alphabet. So just for the purposes of not flipping back and forth, I'm just going to go, let's just get rid of this down here. I'm going to drop him there. Okay, so now what I got to do is I've consult. I'm going to also make this bigger so you can see it. Okay, but hopefully you copy this or put this in your notes somewhere, but this is the list of things you want to put in your works cited entry. Okay, so I'm just going to follow this along. Anything I don't have, I'm going to skip. Okay, so you're going to notice there's a period there. There's a period there. And there's a period here. Okay, everything else is going to be commas. Okay, so now it's just a matter of plugging in the information. Right, the first thing is the author's last name and then the first name. Okay, so okay, this guy's name is David. I can spell. James. I can't spell. It's been a long day, guys. Okay, so I've got the author. Okay, what's next? Title of the source. Okay, so what did David James write? Bill Nedrow, world's smartest man or greatest fraud? Okay. Bill Yadro. World's greatest man or smartest man or greatest fraud. I hope the fact that I'm sitting here on a Tuesday afternoon when I could be playing with my kids convinces you that I'm the greatest man and not the other one. Okay, title of the container is the next thing, all right? That's what the thing that you are citing is in, okay? So we just had the title of the source. You wrote an article, right? Now, where does that appear? Where can I find that, okay? It's in Time magazine, okay? All right, so I italicize that, and I have Time magazine, all right? Everything else is italicized from now on, all right? What's next? Other contributors, we don't have any. Okay, version, number, okay, publisher, we don't have any of that stuff. Publication date, all right. This was published, all right. Here's your publication date, all right. MLA always follows this format. 4 April 2019, all right. Last thing is where I can find it, all right. Literally, how am I going to get to that thing? All right, pages 22 to 33. Okay, so there's the first thing that we've done. All right, we followed this format. Okay, we had the author, the title of the source, the title of the container, when it was published, and where we can find it. All right, so all we got to do now is do that for the other 5. All right, so this is gone, this is garbage. We've done that. All right, so we go on to the next line. All right, David, we're done. David is done. All right, I hate you. You're gone. Okay, what do we have left? Poe, LMNOP, superheroes, that's going to be last. LMN. Okay, so next one we have is McCarthy. All right, same thing. I'm just going to drop it down here so I've got all the information. Okay, we know the first thing we want is the author's last name and first name. McCarthy, Kevin. Okay. All right, second thing is what did he do? All right, I'm following the same format. Why, Bill is the greatest instructor at Triton College, period. Okay, that's our second period. Okay, now, up here, it's Time magazine. It's the container, right? What is it in? In this case, it's in the Chicago Sun-Times. Chicago Sun-Times, all right? And we know we're in commas now until the very end. Okay, let's check our list. What else do we need? Title of container, other contributors. I don't think we have any. Okay, version, number, publisher, things like that. All right, so the version. Let me check again. Let me see. Version, okay. So we know the version is the morning edition. So morning edition, comma. All right, you see how it's here now because I have the hanging indent set? This is what it should look like, okay? Version, other contributors, what else we got? Publisher, publication date, location, okay? Publication date, really important date in history. It's of course my birthday. And C4, okay? So that one's done, okay? Who wrote it? What did he write? Where it came from? We have the edition, we have the publication date, we have the location. All right, so it's 2 out of 5. All right, let's get rid of that guy. What else we got left? We got the superheroes, we got that. Okay, next one's a little bit more tricky. True story, okay? So here's my wife. Somebody obviously went to Amazon. They were trying to cite the guy who wrote the foreword for me. Okay, so the author who wrote something, that would be my wife. Okay, what did she write? She wrote something called Nerd Alert. All right. Third thing is where it appeared. All right, there's a book called The Joy of Joe. I'm sorry, that was the first one I wrote. This is called The Joy of Jokan. Okay, let's check our list. All right, other contributors, editors. Well, that seems like an important person. Let's get me in there. Okay, I was the editor. Did I tell you that? Maybe I didn't tell you that, but oh yeah, there. Okay, I was the editor. Okay, good. Okay, editor, version, number, publisher, publication date. Doesn't seem to be important in this case, but yeah, I guess it is. Okay, so 17. What did we say? March, May? March. Jeez. March 2020. And where can I find that? I don't want to read the whole book when I get that in my hands. I just want to be able to go right to her thing. 56 to 61. Okay, all of this is here so that when I go to the library or I get to Amazon and I buy this, I can find that stuff. Oh, I forgot one thing. We need to say that it was published by Amazon, don't we? All right, so let's figure out where that goes. Publisher goes right before publication date. Okay. Amazon. Okay. Okay, that's 3. We're almost done. All right. So we know where to put an editor. Okay, we've got the publisher. We've got all that set. 2 more left. All right. You can, of course, go buy that on Amazon right now. I'm not saying it will help your grade, but it won't hurt. All right. Edgar Allan Elliman NOP. Okay, good. All right, we have 2 authors here. Okay, I wanted to do this one so that you all looked that up. Okay. Copy. All right. Again, I'm just dropping this down so we've got all the information here. All right, if you have 2 authors, only the first author has to be backwards. All right, Poe. The reason is we have an in-text citation somewhere, right? Right, blah, 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 and it's going to say Poe and Hemingway, I don't know, 35. Okay, so I'm looking for this name, Poe, all right? That's the reason this one has to be here, right? So I'm going down the list. Oh, there's Poe, I found it. Okay, everything else is going to stay the same, okay? The article is called Triton College has the world's finest students. Done. Okay. Where did it appear? Resurrected. Resurrected. I didn't spell that right, but I'll get that later. Famous Authors Quarterly. Okay. Okay, so check our list. What comes next? Title of the container, got that. Other things, I don't think we have that. Version, okay, edition, journal number, that type of thing. So, volume 9, issue 4. Volume 9, issue 4. Okay. Again, I'm just plugging in the information. What else have I got? Publisher. Don't think I have that. Okay, so www.blah.com. And apparently it was on some page numbers, so 34 to 56. All right. Look at me. All right. For this assignment, you have to use one of the databases that the librarian showed you today. You will fail if you try to use an internet source. They are strictly prohibited. It will damage your grade terribly, okay? Now, all of the databases except the newspaper one that she showed you do the MLA citation for you, all right? Find the citation tool, cut and paste it, and you're good, all right? Please do not mess that up. They will all do it for you. All you have to do is find where it says citation tool, choose MLA, copy, paste, make sure it's formatted the way it should look, and you're good. Right? If you have any questions on that, please email me immediately. Okay, so we are down to our last one, which I believe is a website. What did I just do? I don't know where that came from. All right. Okay. Can you notch that? Yeah. All right. Technical difficulties in the studio here. All right, last one. All right, and then we can turn it in. That's not where I want to be. All right, so our last thing is a website. All right, here it is. All right, I wanted to do a website because oftentimes, again, you're moving through that list, you don't have things that you want to include. The first thing is an author. We don't have an author, okay? So I'm going to go to the next thing. The next thing is what it is I'm citing. Superheroes have feelings too, okay? All right, where did it appear? What's the container? Heroes Weekly. Okay, what? No author. All right, I have a date of publication, 14 March 2014. I have a website, Heroes Weekly. Superheroes have feelings too.com.
You forgot a W.
I did forget a W. It's terrible. Okay. Okay, guys. That is my work. Oh boy. Just trying to get rid of that. That is my Works Cited page. This is what your homework should have looked like today. Maybe get it just a little bigger so you can see. You're not going to have to do this on your Works Cited page, but just to see what it looks like. See how the hanging indent takes all of the information that I don't need and gets it out of my way. Okay, D, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. So I'm alphabetized. Okay, I have 1 period, 2 periods, 3 periods. Probably too much space there. Okay, 1 period, 2 periods, 3 periods. Okay, who wrote it? What is it? Where can I find it? Okay, so that's how you want to kind of think of those things. All right. Make sure you have this handy somewhere. Okay, keep it with you. This is your guide. There's a 9th one down there. Okay, that's the last period. All right, fill in the information. Okay, give it to me. Give it to me in this format, and you should be all set. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much, and we're almost done, guys. Hang in there.